Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on where they are in the burning process down to our south. So it does typically come to an end around the end of May, which is where we're at. But then we start to notice Saharan dust tends to move in as we head into the early part of hurricane season. So you get rid of one, you add another particulate matter to our atmosphere. But right now we are expecting, or this is the current readings from airnow.gov, which is through partnership with the EPA. And we've got moderate levels across the coastal bend to unhealthy for some down into the valley. And as we head into the afternoon, that may increase because we are still expecting a decent amount of that smoke to be in our atmosphere well into the end of the week. So I don't see it improving too much in the near term. One thing that did improve our haziness, or our visibility at least this morning, is our dew point lowered. We're currently at 72. We've been sitting at about 80 degrees for pretty much since May 15th. And so we've been really sticky and just like gross heading out the door. It's a little lower this morning. That is from a heat burst that moved through. And so what is a heat burst? Meteorologist Kristen Wallen put this graphic together the last time we had one, which really wasn't too long ago. Pretty much the last time we had thunderstorms in this hot and humid May month. But it's caused by a dying thunderstorm, and you have to have dry, warm air in the mid-levels. Then that air initially cools, but then it dries and warms again as it sinks. So as it cools, it falls, then the heat burst happens, and it warms up again as it's back at the surface. And so that's what we saw happening. Our dew point and our humidity fell as our temperatures went up. This is right around 2 to 3 a.m. overnight. And so you do see 63 for our dew point. That's the lowest again it's been since May 15th. Kingsville got down to 61, but our dew points are going back up now as our southeast winds try to return to the region. And so this afternoon, you can expect the hot and humid conditions to still be here at that instant sweat level, 75 to 80 for our dew point once again. That will continue into Thursday and the weekend as well. So it's still hot, still humid by this afternoon, and then look what happens. We get a chance of storms this evening. So pretty much from 9 p.m. through about 4 a.m., we have the best shot of those thunderstorms, and a few could even be severe tonight. So we've got a low risk of flooding. Some isolated heavy rain will be possible. Hail around an inch is possible, but it's the wind. Could gust as high as 75 miles per hour, especially for our northwestern counties. We've got a slight risk of that severe weather from George West to Beeville down through Allison and Refugio, but the greatest risk is still going to be to our north. That's going to be along this stationary boundary that's hovering between the Red River Valley and pretty much I-10. Our storms are developing along this dry line. The upper level winds will push them into Corpus Christi, but as they get further away from the dry line, they are expected to weaken. And so by 7 a.m. we'll be clear of any rain, and we will be heating things back up into tomorrow. So best chance of rain is tonight. Then we see partly sunny skies again, temperatures back in the mid-90s as we head throughout the rest of the week. We will have some windy conditions returning with gusts back around 30, 35 miles per hour into the weekend. Barbie, John Thomas.
Thank you, Carl.